hard times. The city's tired tonight, neon flickers losing light. Rain taps softly on the roof, like heaven searching for the truth. The jukebox hums an old refrain, low like whiskey, deep like pain. And somewhere through the midnight haze, two lonely hearts still sway. You wore that blue silk summer dress, like grace wrapped up in loneliness. Your eyes carried storms inside, but still you smiled and stayed alive. The bartender wiped another glass, while old songs drifted from the past. And every note the trumpet blew sounded like surviving you. Outside, the world kept falling apart, people breaking heart to heart. But in that little downtown room, the music gave our ghosts some room. And when you took my shaking hand, the whole night seemed to understand. We were slow dancing through hard times, holding on through cheap red wine. While the world kept losing faith, we found peace in small mistakes. And every saxophone crying blue felt like healing me and you. Oh, love ain't always sweet sunshine, sometimes it's slow dancing through hard times. The waitress laughed with tired eyes, like someone learning how to survive. A tired couple near the door held each other like before. An old man played upright bass with wrinkles carved across his face. He whispered, "Kid, the blues are true, but they don't have to bury you." Then thunder rolled across the sky, like old regrets refusing goodbye. Still your head rested on my chest, like maybe broken hearts can rest. And somewhere underneath the pain, we found a little hope again. We were slow dancing through hard times, holding on through cheap red wine. While the world kept losing faith, we found peace in small mistakes. And every saxophone crying blue felt like healing me and you. Oh, love ain't always sweet sunshine, sometimes it's slow dancing through hard times. Street lights glowing on wet concrete, taxi shadows and tired feet. A lonely trumpet down the block, playing songs for the lost in the car. And me, I stopped running from the scars the moment you pulled me into your arms. Dancing still, because sometimes life don't let you in. Sometimes love arrives worn thin, but even storms eventually fade when some somebody chooses to stay. So if tomorrow breaks our plans and time slips softly through our hands, I'll still remember that midnight rhyme. I'm slow dancing through hard times. We were slow dancing through hard times, turning hurt into something kind, while the whole world rushed too fast. We made one fragile moment last, and every lonely jazz cafe helped us survive another day. Now every shadow feels less blind after slow dancing through hard times. Oh, the blues still echo deep at night, but your love made the darkness light. And somewhere in those soft bass lines, we learned how to survive hard times. Rain slows down, neon dims, last song plays, night grows thin, and somewhere far beyond the pain, two hearts are dancing once again. The rain falls gently on the avenue, streetlights shimmer in shades of blue. A lonely saxophone drifts through the night, like a photograph bathed in moonlight. The city breathes in quiet tone, through empty cafes and old payphones. And somewhere between the past and now, beautiful memories still linger somehow. I found an old box in the attic room, covered in dust in the scent of June, filled with ticket stubs and faded notes, pieces of stories we never wrote. There was a picture from a summer fair, you're laughing with the wind in your hair, a moment frozen in golden light, still shining after all this time. I sat alone beside the window pane, listened to the rhythm of the rain, and every memory softly returned, like pages waiting to be turned. Some treasures don't grow lighter with the years, they grow deeper with every tear. It's the weight of beautiful memories, the bittersweet gift they leave in me. Every smile, every goodbye, still reflected in the sky. And every saxophone crying low sounds like a place my heart still knows. Oh, love may fade from what we see, but not from memory. There was an old diner on Willow Street, where we'd share coffee and impossible dreams, drawing maps on paper napkins, believing forever would somehow listen. The waitress knew us by our names, back before life began to change, before the years and distance came and rearranged everything. Outside the seasons turned and passed, like leaves dancing across the grass, yet somehow those afternoons remain as vivid as yesterday. The moon still shines on roads we've crossed, on every dream we found and lost. It's the weight of beautiful memories, the bittersweet gift they leave in me. Every smile, every goodbye, still reflected in the sky. And every trumpet shining through the blue sounds like a promise breaking through. Oh, love may fade from what we see, but not from memory. torchlight talks on summer nights, faces glowing in firelight, and me learning that some memories aren't meant to fade, they're meant to guide us. Slowly painted the sky, turning silver clouds into light. The rain had stopped, the city stirred, and I finally understood. The beauty wasn't in holding on or wishing the past could return. It was knowing those moments were real and grateful for all they reveal. Because every memory, sweet or sad, becomes part of the life we've had. A melody carried through the years, a harmony of joy and tears. It's the weight of beautiful memories, the invisible treasures we keep. Every chapter, every page, every season, every age, and every saxophone greeting dawn sounds like the strength to carry on. Oh, the heart becomes who it's meant to be through beautiful memories. Yes, the years may pass like drifting rain, but the love remains in a different way. And somewhere beneath eternity live beautiful memories. The night moves on, the sky turns gold, the story stays though the pages grow old. And somewhere beneath the morning breeze lives the weight of beautiful memories. American nights, restless hearts. Highway lights stretch like rivers of gold across the country, growing tired and old. Midnight hums through diner doors, dreamers still settle old scores. A jukebox spins a dusty tune underneath a Tennessee moon, and somewhere between the neon sparks America beats in restless hearts. I met a waitress in Arkansas with silver rings and a healing scar. She poured my coffee black and strong and said, nobody stays here long. Outside 18-wheelers rode, carrying stories never told, while rain tapped soft against the glass like echoes drifting from the past. She said she once chased Hollywood lights, packed her dreams in summer nights, but life writes songs we never choose, and sometimes winning feels like losing too. The highway whispered through the dark like a lonely trumpet searching for a spark. American nights, restless hearts, trying to mend what fell apart, chasing freedom down endless roads, carrying invisible loads, and every saxophone crying blue sounds like somebody making it through. Oh, hope still burns beneath the stars in American nights and restless hearts. I drove through Memphis after to two pastel clubs painted midnight blue. A guitar sang beside the street, turning heartbreak into a beat. He wore a smile worn thin by years, built from laughter mixed with tears. And every note he played that night felt like surviving one more fight. The river rolled beneath the moon, keeping time with an old jazz tune, like it had carried every dream from California to New Orleans. And somewhere in the southern air, you could almost hear a prayer. American nights, restless hearts, trying to mend what fell apart, chasing freedom down endless roads, carrying invisible loads. And every saxophone crying blue sounds like somebody making it through. Oh, hope still burns beneath the stars in American nights and restless hearts. Neon signs and motel rooms, late night trains and old cartoons, truck stop coffee, worn out maps, lives unfolding between the cracks. And me, still learning that a broken road can lead somewhere beautiful. Washing clean the midnight rain, and for a moment everything felt lighter than it had been. Like every mile I'd left behind had slowly healed my state of mind. Because America ain't just a place, it's every dream we choose to chase, every soul that keeps believing, even when the world stops listening. American nights, restless hearts, still creating brand new stars through every loss and every bend, finding reasons to begin again. And every jazz tune drifting free sounds like possibility. All the stars still shine above the dark for American nights and restless hearts. Yes, the road goes on beyond the stars, beyond old wounds and the faded scars. And somewhere past the boulevard lights, dreams are waiting in the night. Headlights glow, miles unwind, old fears fade with passing time. And somewhere beneath those endless stars, America sings through restless hearts. The blues you left inside my heart. The rain came down on a lonely downtown street, keeping time with a slow, forgotten beat. Neon lights painted shadows in the dark, like fading memories leaving their mark. trumpet side from a corner bar, carrying echoes of who we were. And somewhere between the midnight and the dawn, I realized you were truly gone. Your coffee cup still sits on the shelf like it's waiting for you and nobody else. The books you loved remain untouched, holding traces of your touch. I walk these rooms like a wandering ghost, haunted by the things I miss the most. The way you'd laugh at my bad jokes, the way you'd calm my restless soul. The clock keeps moving without regret, but my heart hasn't learned that lesson yet. It's still holding on to yesterday, even though you've drifted away. The night keeps asking where you've gone, while the radio plays our song. It's the blues you left inside my heart, a lonely melody after we fell apart, a song that lingers long after goodbye, like smoke beneath the midnight sky. And every saxophone crying blue sounds like another memory of you. Oh, some wounds leave a permanent scar, like the blues you left inside my heart. I passed our favorite little cafe today, the one where we'd spend hours wasting away, talking about dreams and future plans, believing forever was in our hands. The waitress smiled and asked about you, not knowing what we'd been through. I just nodded and looked away, because some truths are hard to say. Outside the rain began to fall, like heaven understood it all, and every drop upon the ground seemed to echo your absence now. The trumpet drifted through the haze like a voice from better days. It's the blues you left inside my heart, a lonely melody after we fell apart, a song that lingers long after goodbye, like smoke beneath the midnight sky. And every trumpet shining through the rain calls your memory back again. Oh, some wounds leave a permanent scar, like the blues you left inside my heart. Old photographs and fading frames, voicemails whispering your name, the empty side of the bed at night, 1,000 shadows without light, and me trying to learn the difference between remembering and holding on. The seasons changed outside my door, winter gave way to spring once more, and though the ache still visited sometimes, it no longer ruled my mind. I started hearing different songs, the kind that help you move along. And somewhere in the healing air, I found a little piece changes shape so quietly, becoming part of who we are. Like a distant but familiar star, it's the blues you left inside my heart. But they're no longer tearing me apart. They're part of the melody I sing, part of every season life may bring. And every saxophone greeting dawn sounds like the strength to carry on. Oh, even broken hearts can learn to start beyond the blues inside the heart. Yes, the rain still falls and memories remain, and sometimes I still whisper your name. But somewhere beneath the morning star, the blues have taught me who I am. The rain lets go, the sky turns gold, the years move on, the story unfolds. And somewhere beyond the fading dark lives the blues you left inside my heart. The rain came down on a lonely downtown street, keeping time with a slow forgotten beat. Neon lights painted shadows in the dark, like fading memories leaving their mark. A trumpet sigh from the corner bar, carrying echoes of one last train to somewhere better. Midnight station soaked in rain, old street lights trembling like pain, coffee steaming, worn out shoes, another soul singing the blues. The loudspeaker crackled low, like it forgot where people go. And somewhere past the city lines, hope was waiting in disguise. I had a suitcase full of wrinkled clothes, a pocket watch that barely worked anymore, and a photograph of you and me, smiling like we still believed. The ticket lady looked half asleep, like she carried dreams she couldn't keep. She stamped my ride with tired hands, like blessing broken travel plans. Outside the platform, saxophones cried from a lonely bar across the night. Every note drifted through the storm, like trying to keep somebody warm. And the whole world felt worn and tired, like old jazz played through fraying wires. So I took one last train to somewhere better, away from storms and broken weather, away from all the hearts gone cold, and stories growing old untold. Every mile hums soft and blue, like the ghost of losing you. Oh, sometimes healing starts together on one last train to somewhere better. An old man sat beside my seat, playing rhythm softly with his feet. He wore a hat stained dark with rain, and eyes that looked through joy and pain. He said, "Son, life will test your soul. Take your fire, demand a toll. But every road that leaves you torn can still become where you're reborn. Then he smiled through silver smoke, like somebody who finally broke free from all the chains inside. Most people spend their lives to hide. Outside, the city disappeared, like memories fading in the mirror. And for the first time in so long, the silence didn't feel wrong. The train rolled steady through the dark, like music searching for a heart. So I took one last train to somewhere better, away from storms and broken weather, away from all the hearts gone cold and stories growing old untold. Every mile hummed soft and blue, like the ghost of losing you. Oh, sometimes healing starts together on one last train to somewhere better. Railroad humming deep and low, moonlight dancing on the road, a tired trumpet far away, still trying to make the darkness sway. And me, watching old regrets disappear, somewhere between hope and fear. Morning slowly painted gold across the fields and telephone poles. The rain was gone, the sky turned wide, like mercy opening inside. I looked out through the moving glass at all the shadows of the past, and somewhere in that rising sun, I felt like my life had just begun. Because some people never find the courage to leave pain behind, but every soul deserves a chance to step beyond its circumstance. So I took one last train to somewhere better, through lonely nights and changing weather. And every scar I carried deep finally loosened its hold on me. Now every jazz tune softly played feels less like sorrow, more like grace. Oh, broken hearts can heal forever on one last train to somewhere better. Yes, the world still aches beneath the stars, still leaves its fingerprints on hearts. But somewhere past the midnight weather, there's always somewhere better. Train rolls on, night grows thin, old wounds fade, light comes in, and somewhere beyond the tracks and rain, a tired soul learns to live again. Midnight station soaked in rain, old streetlights trembling like pain, coffee steaming, worn out shoes, another soul singing the Silver clouds and radio, church bells ringing down the lane, but my heart still sounds like rain. Old newspapers by the door, footsteps creaking on the floor, and somewhere through the window blue, the blues are shining through. I put on my Sunday shoes today, trying hard to walk the pain away. Polished leather, worn out sole, smiling while the cracks still show. Mama used to say stand tall, even when your shadows fall. But some memories don't disappear, they just whisper in your ear. The preacher spoke of grace and light, but I kept seeing you last night, dancing slowly in my mind like smoke I couldn't leave behind. And every hymn felt bittersweet, like heartbreak moving to the beat. I got the blues inside my Sunday shoes, walking these lonely avenues, trying to pray away the ache, but heaven knows some hearts still break. And every trumpet crying low sounds like truths I used to know. Oh, love can leave us so half-used, with the blues inside their Sunday shoes. Down on Beale Street after dark, street musicians left their mark. A saxophone beneath neon signs played regrets in perfect time. An old bartender poured me black, said, son, don't keep looking back. The past is just a crooked road that teaches what the future holds. I laughed a little through the pain, watched the thunder bring the rain, and every drop against the glass looked like pieces of our past. This city sings in minor keys for all the hearts that never leave. I got the blues inside my Sunday shoes, walking these lonely avenues, trying to pray away the ache, but heaven knows some hearts still break. And every trumpet crying low sounds like truths I used to know. Oh, love can leave us so half-used, with the blues inside their Sunday shoes. Midnight train humming soft downtown, cigarette smoke slowly drifting around. Somebody laughing to hide their pain, somebody waiting in pouring rain, and me still carrying your memory like a melody that won't release. Touch the bar like forgiveness from afar, and for the first time in a while I almost learned again to smile, because the blues ain't always bad. Sometimes they heal what sorrow had, teaching broken hearts to grow So I walked home through southern wind, feeling life beneath my skin. And every step I slowly moved left behind what I once lost in you. I got the blues inside my Sunday shoes, but now they sing instead of bruise. Every scar became a song, teaching me where I belong. And every lonely jazz cafe helped me survive another day. Now the night feels less confused with the blues inside their Sunday shoes. Oh, the world still turns through joy and pain, through fallen tears and midnight rain. And somewhere in that smoky tune I found myself this afternoon. Church bells ring, city glows, old heart healed, nobody knows. And the blues still softly move inside my Sunday shoes. Inside my Sunday shoes. Beneath the city lights of yesterday, the city wears a velvet glow tonight, old neon halos painting silver light. Rain kisses sidewalks worn by time, while midnight hums a low refrain. A lonely saxophone drifts through the air from a basement club hidden somewhere. And every note feels far away, like a postcard from yesterday. I took the long way home again, past the diner where we used to sit, sharing coffee, borrowed dreams, and stories bigger than we'd been. The waitress still remembers names, though faces change and seasons fade. She smiled and asked, "You doing fine?" I lied the way I do sometimes. Outside, the traffic rolled like waves across familiar avenues, while every window shining gold held a life I'd never known. And the night kept turning pages from chapters I thought I'd forgotten, beneath the city lights of yesterday, where old promises still drift away. Every shadow knows my name, every corner guards a flame. The trumpet cries, the moon hangs low over streets only dreamers know. And somewhere in that bittersweet display, I found pieces of yesterday. There was a bookstore by the square, still standing like a prayer. Its dusty shelves and fading signs held fragments of another time. I found a note inside a book, a stranger's words, a second look. The things we lose don't disappear, they simply learn to live elsewhere. A chill ran softly through my coat as the evening wrapped around my thoughts, and for a moment in that place, the years slowed down their pace. The city breathed through rain and smoke, carrying stories never spoke. Beneath the city lights of yesterday, where old promises still drift away, every shadow knows my name, every corner guards a flame. The trumpet cries, the moon hangs low over streets only dreamers know. And somewhere in that bittersweet display, I found pieces of yesterday. Taxi headlights sliding by, last call after meets the sky. A train whistles somewhere in the dark, like a memory searching for a spark. And me, holding old photographs in my mind, learning not to rewind. Began to glow, softening rooftops row by row, and I could feel the night release its grip on old uncertainties. Because not every dream survives, not every love remains alive, but every road we travel through leaves something honest and true. The city wasn't asking me to live inside a memory, it simply showed me where I'd been, so I could start again. Beneath the city lights of yesterday, I watched the darkness fade away. Every scar became a line in a story shaped by time. The trumpet sang, the sax replied, like old friends walking side by side. And somewhere in the dawn's first ray, I made peace with yesterday. Yes, the city still glows beyond the rain, still carries joy beside the pain. And somewhere in its timeless display, tomorrow waits beyond yesterday. Neon dims, the sky turns gold, the night lets go, its stories told. And somewhere past the break of day, the city lights still remember yesterday. A table for one midnight. Midnight settles over Lexington Street. Rain taps softly to a weary beat. Neon reflections shimmer and sway like memories that never fade away. A cafe glows beneath a moonlit sky, welcoming strangers passing by. And in the corner near the window light, a table waits for one tonight. The waitress knows me by my face. I've been coming to this little place since the night you packed your dreams and left, leaving silence where your laughter slept. She pours my coffee without a word, like she's heard every story never heard. The steam rises slow into the air, like unanswered prayers hanging there. Outside, the city keeps moving on, taxi lights and midnight songs. But time feels different in this room, wrapped in jazz and perfume. The piano softly fills the space with melodies I cannot escape. It's a table for one at midnight, where lonely hearts meet candlelight, where yesterday still lingers near, and every song sounds crystal clear, and every saxophone crying blue sounds like a memory of you. Oh, some loves never leave the mind at a table for one at midnight. A couple dances near the stage, lost inside their own embrace. Their laughter echoes through the room like a familiar old tune. I remember when that used to be us, before life turned complicated and tough, before the distance learned our names, before love changed. The singer steps beneath the glow with a voice as warm as Tennessee gold. She sings about roads that drift apart and people who leave pieces of their hearts. The trumpet rises through the haze like a ghost from better days. It's a table for one at midnight, where lonely hearts meet candlelight, where yesterday still lingers near, and every song sounds crystal clear, and every trumpet shining through the rain calls your memory back again. Oh, some loves never leave the mind at a table for one at midnight. Old messages I never erased, your favorite chair still holds your place, a photograph tucked in my coat, words I wish I had spoke, and me learning that missing someone can become a habit of the soul. but never completely from life, because every goodbye leaves a trace, a melody time cannot erase, and every heart eventually finds a reason to keep moving on. It was a table for one at midnight, but not forever in the candlelight, because every ending hides a door leading somewhere not explored, and every saxophone greeting dawn sounds like the strength to carry on. Oh, even after love says goodbye, the soul still learns to fly. Yes, the cafe will close, the night will end, the rain will fall and rise again, but somewhere beneath the morning light, hope takes a seat tonight. The coffee cools, the sky turns gold, the city wakes, the story unfolds, and somewhere beyond the fading night, no table stays for one forever. A table for one at midnight. Midnight settles over Lexington Street. Rain taps softly to a weary beat. Neon reflections shimmer and sway like memories that never fade away. The cafe glows beneath the moonlit sky, welcoming strangers passing by. And in a corner near the window light, a table waits for one tonight. The waitress knows me by my face. I've been coming to this little place since the night you packed your dreams and left, leaving silence where your laughter slept. She pours my coffee without a word, like she's heard every story. The cafe door chimed just after dawn, as the last traces of the night moved on. Steam curled slowly through the air, like whispered prayers hanging there. Rain kissed the windows in silver lines, keeping rhythm with the passing time. And somewhere between regret and grace, life was waiting with a familiar face. I took my usual seat by the glass, watching strangers and memories pass. The waitress smiled and poured my coffee black, like she knew I was trying not to look back. A worn-out notebook sat beside my hand, filled with plans that never went as planned. Half-finished dreams and scattered thoughts, lessons learned and battles fought. Then the door swung open with the morning breeze, and there you were standing in front of me. After all the years and all the miles, carrying the same quiet smile. For a moment the world stood still, like an old song finding its melody again. Coffee cups and second chances, old hearts finding new romances. Through the mistakes and the circumstances, life still leaves room for second chances. And every saxophone crying low sounds like something my soul already knows. Oh, sometimes love returns and dances between coffee cups and second second chances. We talked about the roads we'd taken, the dreams we'd chased and promises are broken. How time had softened certain scars, like moonlight smoothing out the dark. You told me about a little town by the sea, where you finally learned to be free. I told you how the years had shown that being alone isn't always being home. Outside the rain kept falling slow, like it had nowhere else to go, while inside the cafe's golden light made everything feel right. The piano played a gentle tune, and hope walked quietly into the room. Coffee cups and second chances, old hearts finding new romances. Through the mistakes and the circumstances, life still leaves room for second chances. And every trumpet shining through the blue sounds like a promise coming true. Oh, sometimes fate quietly advances between coffee cups and second chances. Old photographs and faded names, dreams that change but never disappear. Late night prayers and winding roads, lessons hidden in the load. And me, learning that not every goodbye is forever. Some are just pauses. Suddenly the years between felt smaller than they seemed, because life doesn't always close the door. Sometimes it opens one more, giving hearts another dance when they least expect the chance. Coffee cups and second chances, new beginnings in familiar places. Through all the twists and changing plans, love still finds us where we stand. And every saxophone greeting dawn sounds like the courage to carry on. All the sweetest songs and romances begin with second chances. Yes, the years may pass and seasons change, and life may rearrange everything, but somewhere between destiny and circumstance, there's always room for one more chance. The coffee cools, the sunlight grows, the city wakes, the future shows, and somewhere beyond the morning glow, a second chance begins to grow. A 100 roads, one heart. A 100 roads beneath the stars, 100 towns, 1,000 bars. The headlights paint the midnight sky as as restless dreams keep rolling by. The radio hums a velvet tune somewhere between dusk and the moon, and every mile whispers its part to a traveler with one heart. I left home with a weathered case, a pocket full of hope and faith. No grand plan, no guarantee, just the hunger to be free. I crossed the plains where wheat fields sway, watched sunsets fade in Santa Fe, shared late night coffee with strangers who felt like old friends before I knew. Every city had a different song, a rhythm all its own to belong. From Memphis blues to Chicago rain, each one left a mark that remained. The road kept changing every day, but somehow my soul found its way. 100 roads, one heart, 1,000 endings, 1,000 starts. Through every loss and every spark, the journey leaves its mark. And every saxophone crying blue sounds like a dream I once pursued. Oh, no matter how far apart, there's 100 roads, one heart. In New Orleans, beneath neon light, I met a singer one July night. She sang of love that couldn't stay, yet smiled like she'd be okay. She said, the road will break your plans and place new dreams within your hands. Don't fear the miles you leave behind, they're just chapters in your mind. We danced slow to an old refrain while thunder rolled and brought the rain. Then morning came and she was gone, leaving her melody to carry on. Some people stay, some people leave, but every soul gives something to keep. 100 roads, one heart, 1,000 endings, 1,000 starts. Through every loss and every spark, the journey leaves its mark. And every trumpet shining through the blue sounds like a promise pulling through. Oh, no matter how far apart, there's 100 roads, one heart. Old motel keys and faded maps, train station clocks and worn backpacks, photographs tucked inside a sleeve, pieces of who I used to be. And me, learning that every road I've known has quietly led me home. Measured by how many dreams survive the night, but by the people, songs and skies that teach us how to stay alive. Every mile was worth the cost, every road I thought I lost, because each one became a part of the map inside my heart. 100 roads, one heart, still chasing wonder through the dark, fall apart, but there